Amen. Amen.
So you can't say, well, we all know Elijah is the other witness. We know that. Because every Passover, Rabbi Moshe sings with us, Eliyahu ha. That doesn't mean that he's one of the. It just means Rabbi Moshe likes to sing.
Amen.
And you like to sing.
Yes.
Turn to your neighbor and say, you look like you like to sing. We're a bunch of singings. Happy Kiddushim. We're singing. We're happy Kiddushim. Singing Kiddushim. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. But where does Yeshua? This is so simple. You ever, can we talk?
Yes.
You ever notice how religion messes things up?
Yes.
They've taken something taught by Yeshua and turned it into a mystery. Oh, Dr. Van Impe. Who are the two witnesses? Dr. Van Impe. Help. I'm studying Revelation. I need to know. Who are the two witnesses? $49.99, $49.99, send P.O. Box, P.O. Box, P.O. Box. We'll tell you who the two witnesses are. So $49.99.
Yes.
And we'll tell you. Guess what? Yeshua tells us who the two witnesses are. Yochanan and Eliyahu. Wait, time out. Where does Yeshua identify Eliyahu? One from the Tanakh, one from the Brit Hadashah. Where does he say it in words? I'm glad you asked. Matthew 17 and 10. And we close with this. Matthew 17 and 10. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. And, well, before I do that, watch this. After 6 days, Joshua, verse 1, Matthew 17:1, I love it, so I want to repeat it. After 6 days, Joshua took Kepha, Yaakov, and Yochanan, and while he was making tefillah, he was transformed. Go back to Matthew 16:28. Truly I say to you, there are some standing here who will not taste death. He had 12 in front of him. He said there are some who will not die till they see the Ben Adam coming in his and into his and for his malchut. So he was talking to 12. And then in Matthew 17:1, going from Matthew 16:28, he narrows the 12 down to 3. He says, there are some of the 12 who will not die until I return. Then he says, but out of the 12, I'll narrow it down to 3. Now watch this. After 6 days, what does 6 represent? 6,000 years of the reign of man. They were fast forwarded to the what? 7th day. Hello? The 6 days represent the reign of man. They were fast forwarded to the Malchut, or the 7th millennial since Adam ve'Chava. And while he was making tefillah, he was transformed, and the face did shine, and there appeared to him Moshe, and we know he can't be one of the two witnesses. Why? It's appointed unto men once to die, then the judgment. He died, and well, notice that, and Eliyahu. Now, who was on that mountain of transfiguration in Matthew 17? Let's recap. Yaakov, Yochanan, and Kepha, and Moshe, and Eliyahu. From those 5 come the 2 witnesses. There are some standing here who will not die until they see the kingdom come. He had 5 folks standing there, but one must come from the Tanakh, and one must come from the Brit Hadashah. If it's Moses and Elijah, who represents the Brit Hadashah? Nobody. If it's Enoch and Elijah, who represents the Brit Hadashah, like the 24 elders represent both covenants? Nobody. Watch this. Now, here it is. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll on. Kepha, of course, saying, what about me? I want to build a sukkah too. Yeshua touched them. Rise, lift up their eyes. They saw no man. Tell the vision to nobody till the Ben Adam is risen from the dead. Verse 9. Verse 10. Watch this. Don't miss this. Matthew 17:10. And his Talmidim asked him, saying, wait a second. Why do the Sophrim say that Eliyahu must first come? We just saw the kingdom, but we haven't seen Eliyahu in the flesh. We've seen him in the Ruach. talking with you in the Ruach, in the Mount of Transfiguration, but we haven't seen Eliyahu, Elijah in the flesh. And Yahshua said to him, notice, look, Eliyahu will come, will first come, and restore all things. Well, that's what we'll talk about next week. Eliyahu is coming, not to preach religion's message, but the restoration and regathering of both houses of Israel, as is Yochanan. And so Yeshua says here, he said, they're confused. They don't know who's coming, who's not coming, what's going on. He said, some thought Yochanan HaMatbil, John the Baptist, was Eliyahu. He said, no. Yochanan HaMatbil came in the spirit and the power of Eliyahu. Verse 12, Eliyahu has come in the person of Yochanan through the Ruach, but they didn't know him. But verse 11, Eliyahu will come. What happened to Eliyahu in 2 Melachim, 2 Kings? He was taken by a Merkavah. He was taken up to heaven by a Merkavah. Yeshua says he was not on earth then, even though he was in the spirit then on the Mount of Transfiguration, but he will come first. Come first what? His time saying, why do the Sophrim say Eliyahu must come? Meaning the Mashiach cannot come without Eliyahu first coming. Why is John alive? Because Yochanan liked Yahweh, Yeshua liked Yochanan better than the others? No. Yochanan is alive for a specific task, to announce and proclaim the kingdom at Yeshua's return. Same with Eliyahu. Eliyahu will first come at the second coming. The first time Eliyahu is coming is at the coming of the kingdom, and he will restore all things along with the second witness. Hello? Who's talking here? Who's talking here? Is this Buddha or Confucius? Neither. Yahshua said Eliyahu will come. There's one of the witnesses. He said John is going to remain alive till I come. 1 + 1 = 2. Hello. It can't get any simpler than that. Both witnesses are alive. Both witnesses are olive trees. Both witnesses are Hebrews. Both witnesses are Israelites. And both witnesses must prophesy and come again. Enoch never prophesied to Israel. How can he prophesy to Israel again? Enoch is neither Jewish or Ephraimite. And so Yeshua told us who the two end-time witnesses would be in his own words. The Talmudim said, is John the Baptist Elijah? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. Is he? No. He's come in the Ruach, but listen, he will come first. And Yochanan, you must prophesy again to many nations and many kingdoms. Yeshua's own lips tell us who the two witnesses are. When Yeshua returns, Eliyahu must come. When Yeshua returns, Yochanan must prophesy again. No guessing required. Everyone standing, please.
I'm Rabbi Moshe Yosef Konachowski. I want to welcome you into our Broward County studio here, where we do most of the taping and programming for our introductions and so forth and specials when it comes to our Shabbat Club and other things we do here at Your Arms to Israel. It's a blessing to have you here. I want to share with you what many of you already know and many of you are already experiencing, which is the most dynamic scriptural translation to hit the Nazarene Israelite / Messianic marketplace maybe in the last couple of decades. And some of our leading Aramaic Hebrew experts and other reviewers who are proficient in Hebrew and proficient in Aramaic have said that the Restoration Scriptures, that's right, I'm sure many of you have heard of it, received a copy, or maybe seen your friends using it, or your loved ones, or your brothers and sisters in Yeshua HaMoshiach, have heard about the Restoration Scriptures True Name Edition. We now have this Restoration Scriptures True Name Edition ready. Our second printing is ready to go. We're going to be able to mail it out to you right away. Usually most orders are shipped out immediately. The Restoration Scriptures True Name Edition contains 6,000 study notes, commentaries on the bottom about the Scriptures, 2 house explanations regarding